Alright, shalom. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashmi Awashai. Double honors to the true elders of Israel, the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the elect brothers worldwide, pushing the word of Yahweh Bashmi Awashai in spirit and truth and sincerity all over the four corners of the earth. Um, Today I'm going to go into the Mark of the Beast, a recent update of the Mark of the Beast. From an article that I have here from down here in Georgia, um, which is in the, as you see here on the screen, the Chattanooga Times Free Press. And this article is like I said, an update on the Mark of the Beast, or the RFID chip, and how the elite and the legislators here in Georgia and in other places in the U.S., how they're planning to implement the Mark of the Beast in the school systems. Because of course we all know that the Mark of the Beast is a part of the Obamacare and for Medicaid, all right, and other things of that nature. But they're also planning to put the Mark of the Beast and implement it and get it moving and working within the school system into our children, into the children of Israel and the other heathen, and Esau, and everybody worldwide. Okay. And what I have here is an article, which is actually the front page of the Chattanooga Times Free Press, which is dated. It's dated Monday. It's dated Monday, July 14th, 2014, and it's basically going into, as you see here, the RFID. Okay, and it says here, tracking students. It says RFID chips. Salakia. Okay, here we go. It says RFID chips to be used on buses in Chattanooga County, which I believe is based here in Georgia. And it has a diagram here, which I'm going to try to get. It's tripping. Let's see if I can get the diagram. Okay. It says here RFID. RFID. Parents receive a text message. Satan. Alright, it says parents receive a text message when it says here the bus is scheduled to arrive within the next 5 minutes. It says their child has been picked up or dropped off at the bus stop. Their child has been picked up or dropped off at the school. Their child has gotten off at the wrong bus stop. And down here it says their child failed to get on or off the bus. And basically this article is going into implementing the RFID technology on the school buses. And I'm going to go from this article to the actual article in the Chattanooga Times Free Press. And it says here we go. It says RFID chips to be used on Chattanooga County buses to track students. Alright. So I'm going to go into the article here. It says no child left behind on the school bus. It says that's part of the sales pitch made by Student Connect Inc., a Marietta, Georgia-based startup company that lets school districts and parents track students using ID cards that contain radio frequency identification device chips. Alright. It says the Chattanooga County School District recently signed a 5-year contract to use Student Connect, said K. Aladusui, chairman and CEO of East Coast Diversified Corp., the holding company that owns Student Connect. So these different companies in America actually hold shares in stock in other companies that deal with the RFID technology. So there's money to be made. Okay, it says advocates hail the electronic tracking devices as a way to help assure student safety, but the ability to track individual children has raised privacy concerns among some parents and the specter of the biblical mark of the beast in at least one community. And they're putting it out there now, this whole mark of the beast thing in these different articles and these different things that we brothers read online, because it's the truth. They can't hide it, okay? But you got idiots and assholes like Nate and IUIC and ISUBK and other Israelite groups that hold to the false teaching that the mark of the beast is not the RFID, and clearly it is. But those are sellouts anyway, okay? But it's going to continue to be information brought out on, like I said, the updates on the mark of the beast in different places in the U.S. and overall as the elite start pushing the technology through the media, okay? So it says the Chattanooga County says it is going to use the tracking system only on school buses, all right, which may be at the moment, all right, and this is July, so pretty much they're getting ready for the next school year. And this is one county, Chattanooga County here in Georgia, that is basically going to start using this technology through School Connect or Student Connect, right, Student Connect. So it says Chattanooga County says it is going to use the tracking system only on school buses, and parents can decide whether their children will participate. Because right now it's voluntary. It's not yet mandatory, but soon it's going to be mandatory. All right. It says using the RFID badges, school officials and parents will know when and where students get on and off the bus, and whether students actually set foot in school. Because you got a lot of truancy problems among the different schools and students and teenagers in America. Well, the school system is BS anyway, but this is just another way for them to lock down on the different students, okay, and get them indoctrinated in their New World Order school system BS, okay, which that's basically what it is. It says the badges will notify the bus driver if a student gets on the wrong bus or fails to get off because he or she has fallen asleep, right? Whatever. It says parents using the system can see when the school bus is about to arrive so they can pick up their kids. And as you can see over here on the left, the parents can receive a text message on their cell phones. So this is all getting into making this, taking advantage of the technology with the cell phones and all of that, and using the RFID technology conveniently, okay? It says the service is offered free of charge to the school system because they want it accessible to everybody. So of course they're going to make it. They're basically making it appealing by giving it free of charge. It says the service is offered free of charge to the school system, Ala Desui said, because Student Connect plans to make money through advertising that will show up on parents' smartphones, along with text messages or email notifications of their children's whereabouts. It says it's zero cost, said Ala Desui, 54, a native of Nigeria. Okay. It says we're very excited about bringing this technology to Chattanooga County. It says he said Student Connect is in negotiations with school districts elsewhere in Georgia and around the country, including in Kentucky, North Carolina, and California. So there's different states all over the country that's using this Student Connect system to track students using RFID badges. It says other companies, including AT&T, okay, have jumped into the market. Because like I said earlier, there's money to be made off of this RFID technology. And offer schools ID cards with embedded RFID chips. Okay? It says, but the technology, which is controversial with privacy advocates, hasn't panned out everywhere. Right, it's not everywhere yet. But the more successful this system gets, the more other states and school systems will latch on to the program. Of course, it says last year Gordon County schools became the first school system in Georgia to use Student Connect. So Chattanooga County is not even the first school system to use the RFID technology. All right, and I'm pretty sure I I believe there was a school system in Texas that had started using the RFID badges as well. So now they're moving to different states: Georgia, Kentucky, California, North Carolina, and other school systems. It says the school district since has had the RFID system removed, though the new transportation director there declined to say why. So now, basically, I guess it failed in Gordon County, so now they're moving it to another county. It says Mark of the Beast, and basically, I'm not gonna read all of it, but basically it goes into different parents and things, knowing or being into the Bible and knowing about the mark of the beast and how the RFID is a part of it, right? Um, let's see. Uh, it says would help during storms. It says Chattanooga County hasn't nailed down the details of how it will use the Student Connect program, said John Worsham, the district's director of operations. He said it would just be used on school buses, not inside schools. And he doesn't expect it to be mandatory for students to use the ID card, but eventually it's going to be mandatory as far as the chip being inserted and implanted inside students, state workers, government workers, regular employees of different companies everywhere. Anyway, because that's the prophecy in the Bible. It says the Student Connect system would have helped the district keep track of students during the big snowstorm in late January that brought Atlanta to a standstill. So now they're bringing everything full circle. Cause CNN did a report from down here in Atlanta where that snowstorm had hit um, Atlanta pretty hard, mainly, and I believe in places like South Carolina, North Carolina, and on up, mainly in the southeast. And it was a big snowstorm. So now they're saying they're using this RFID technology for the school students, this program, to basically say it would have been it would have helped during that snowstorm. So this is going to get more legislators. It's a way to get legislators and other people on board with this thing. So it says, Worsham said, faced with treacherous roads, Chattanooga's school buses didn't finish their routes. They pulled into the closest school and had students sheltered there until parents could retrieve them. Right, and I believe also during that time they deployed the National Guard as well. So that was all a test run anyway. Okay, so now because of that, they're going to start having different counties down here in Georgia and other places in the U.S. to use this Student Connect system. Okay, to track students. Um, jump down. It said if we had a product like this, it would be easy to see what student is at what school, Worsham said. All right. It says Student Connect can afford to provide the service at no charge, Ala Desui said, because of its potential to deliver a market. And I had did a lesson before about the Internet of Things and how Esau is going to use the internet, smartphones, social networks, and other things to create a market behind the RFID technology and get people into it. It says to deliver a market of grateful parents to advertisers who can send their message to a focus area. The first things parents see is Junior has been dropped off safely at home, he said. This safety message brought to you by Coca-Cola. Okay? So you got companies like early in the article, it talked about AT&T. They're mentioning Coca-Cola here. So you got different companies that's now getting into this RFID technology that's supposed to be beneficial it's all for the children. The same thing up in I believe in New York, where they was pushing this Avante's bill about this autistic student, this autistic Jake that I believe got kidnapped or killed or whatever, and now they had something called the Avante's law that they want to have tracking for these different kids. Okay. Um, it says the system doesn't compromise students' privacy, Aladasui said, because they're identified by a 13-digit number that's meaningless until it's matched with student information in a school database. All right, and they already got student ID cards in public schools anyway, but now these ID cards and things is going to be used to um, it's it's going to be used to track them because with they're going to be embedded with RFID technology. Okay, and this is just to update, just to show you how Esau's pushing his chip, and like the elder Tahar has said, and other brothers also mentioned too, that they're going to start pushing the mark of the beast in classes. Okay, like you got um different people with medical problems to get different implants, which that's in the Obamacare healthcare bill. You got the military; they're going to embed the military soldiers with RFID chips. Now they're pushing it in the school systems for students, so they're doing it in classes because in the prison system. Okay, in the prison system. All right, for early parole time, they said we'll give these different inmates parole, early parole, if they're allowed to be embedded with the microchip. And there's articles on that as well. So if brothers want to look at the article, it's on the timesfreepress.com. The article is RFID chips to be used on Chattanooga County buses to track students. And there's a video on here as well. Um, Basically says what the article says. It's a quick 40-second video, I believe. And so now I'm gonna get some scriptures. The first scripture I'm gonna get, Revelation 13. And this is key too, because they're using classes to push the chip. They're doing it by classes of people. Okay, and to prove that, that's Revelation 13, verse 16, and I'm gonna read it. It says, "And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond." Now these are different classes of people. Okay, especially here in America, you have the rich class, the middle class, and you have the poor or the uh, lower class or whatever. All right, so that's part of the prophecy. All right, we got the rich, middle class, you got the poor. Okay, so it says that he colors all, both small and great, rich and poor. Okay, free and bond. Like I said about the the different inmates, there's articles on inmates that are bonded in jail. Okay, or in the prison system, which uh, certain prison systems allow their inmates to parole out um, if they take the RFID chip. Okay, so it says, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, and right now they're using ID cards and all of that, but you can lose the ID card, or somebody can steal your ID card, or it could be, the student could say the dog ate it, dog ate my homework and the dog ate my card, so that's why I don't have it, you know. So they're gonna eventually put it inside or charagma, which is the Greek word for mark here. They're gonna insert it or implant it or engraving it in your right hand or in your forehead. And there's a big movement right now on implanting the mark of the beast in your forehead, or the brain chips. Okay. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. And besides being a GPS system to find your dog or your damn cat, they're going to use it in humans to to track you, and they can store your bank information, your school records. That's why in the article it talked about um um a 13-digit number that's tied to a database, which is what is going to be on that RFID card for the students. So that's not. It doesn't. It seems like the RFID can do more than just track you. You can put like I said, bank information, your school records, your medical information on the RFID card, or the chip. Really, the chip. Okay. So Nate Satan IUIC has no clue what they're talking about. It's not Christianity. It's not an embargo. Okay. It's none of that. The the mark of the beast is the RFID chip, and it's going to become more and more evident as time goes on. All right. It says, verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 score and six, which is applied to the barcode. Okay. And there's numbers on it. There's numbers, like it talked about a 13-digit number on the student RFID cards. Okay, so that's just more and more evidence of the prophecy of the marking of the mark of the beast being the RFID chip. All right, and so with that, I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Uh, Double honors to the elders. Shalom to the elect brothers out there and the rest of the elect throughout the four corners of the earth. And don't take the mark of the beast. Um, um, don't 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 be a part of the beast system, and resist the mark of the beast. Resist the RFID chip, even unto death, because our temptation is near. And with that, I'm gonna say shalom.